Hello everybody and welcome back to our YouTube channel, the channel where we keep you up to date with all things property. So if you're selling a property and it's taken a bit of time to sell and it's vacant, but it's furnished, maybe it's appeared a tear, maybe it's an ex-rental, maybe the owner lives there only part-time, whatever the case, the only thing that you need to do is put some Wi-Fi in there and you're away and you can start Airbnb in your property alongside the sales process. And in this video, I'm going to explain why. Now, in case you've been living under a rock for the last few months, we are in the middle of a global pandemic. Right now, I'm in central London, and unfortunately, due to obvious reasons, the Airbnb market has come to a complete standstill. However, as with most things in life, this will pass. Life will go on, and the holiday makers will return to London. Now, I've had a lot of success in the last few years by running the Airbnb process alongside the sales process. So the first reason you should be doing this is because it monetizes the property for your client. Ordinarily, when your client's waiting to sell, this will just be a void period. The property will be sat there empty. Inevitably, the owner will have utilities, council tax, other outgoings on this property, and you can be the agent who has come up with a solution that in an otherwise void period, you're going to earn the owner some money while you're waiting to sell. And next, I want to talk about how the two processes, short lets or holiday lets and sales, work really well together. These two dovetail perfectly. Now, when I'm pitching, one of the first things a client will say to me is, this is prohibitive to me selling. When are the people going to get in for viewings? But this is simply not the case. Obviously, there's loads of gaps between stays. People staying 3 days, there's a dead day. People staying 2 days, you have 2 free days, and so on and so on. There are plenty of opportunities between your Airbnb or your short let stays to show the property. In fact, I found it's a very good filter in terms of filtering out buyers who are not necessarily ready to buy, perhaps are even time wasters. So let's face it, the things you see on the internet now, when you first look at a property, it's so good that by the time you actually want to look at the property, it's almost like a second viewing. So if somebody calls in on a Saturday and says, I want to see this property, and you tell them, I'm sorry, you can't until maybe Wednesday, Thursday next week, if they don't want to make that appointment, let's face it, they're not serious. So this is an excellent way to actually filter out buyers also. And finally, obviously after every Airbnb stay, the property is going to be thoroughly cleaned, fresh sheets, fresh towels, toiletries out. So when you do your sales viewings, the house is going to look as good as it can do for that viewing, and buyers will see your property in the best possible light. The next reason you should be employing this technique to grow your property business is because it shows that you're thinking outside of the box. Here in the UK, a lot of agents are simply pigeonholed as either a salesperson, a lettings person, property management, whatever that may be. There are signs of change within the UK property industry, and people are starting to set up by themselves. So if this is you and you're setting up your own property business, if you offer a multiple amount of services, you can offer Airbnb and sales at the same time. It's going to make you really stand out from the crowd and help you grow your property business. And next, this will help you maintain a longer and better relationship with your client. Here in London, for instance, due to excessive tax, economic uncertainty, the sales market has been particularly tough for the last few years. Properties are sat around, they're taking a while to sell. Now let's imagine you're doing your vendor feedback. You're calling your client. You don't really have much to tell them. It's the same call every week. Hi, the market's slow, there's not much activity, not much is happening. However, if you can tack on to the end of that call, but I'm going to make you £2,000–3,000 a month income via holiday lets from me being ahead of the game, then that is going to help you maintain a longer relationship with your client. You're less likely to get fired, you can hang on to that instruction for longer, and ultimately it's going to give you a better chance of hanging on until you sell the property. Next, employing techniques like this is going to help you become a better rounded agent. If you can become a one-stop shop for your client, you can offer them sales, lettings, you can offer them short lets alongside sales, property management, and this is going to help you grow your property business exponentially. There's nothing more frustrating for clients than having to deal with multiple people at the same agency to deal with the same property. You may call the sales team. Then if you want to discuss lettings, you'll get passed to somebody else, short lets to somebody else. Property management, a whole different department, maybe it's even outsourced. If you can become the one person that they call for all their needs, you'll become their agent for life. And the most important reason, more important than anything else, why you should be employing this technique is because it will help you earn more money and grow your property business. Let's face it, the life of an agent or any person in any sales environment, it can really be feast and famine. So if you can form multiple revenue streams from different aspects of the business, it's going to help you smooth over those downtimes and you're going to enjoy your business all the more. This will give you peace of mind to do the most important thing, and that is simply to grow your business.